Okay, so today we're going to do a mindfulness skill. This skill is called participate. So the card says, participate completely in the present moment. Avoid judging the activity, like questioning how well you're participating in the task. Become one with the activity, completely letting yourself go. So as I've talked about before, especially in the intro videos, I find mindfulness really difficult and I have hated it a lot in the past. But as some of you know, I used to write a blog called Sing It Makes You Happy about how singing, specifically in choir, but just in general, can be really good for your mental health. And I really think, whoa, I'm gonna leave that in there because it's funny. I really think that singing is probably the number one way that I'm mindful. And I think that's why singing has been so important to me and my wellness. So when it says participate completely in the present moment, that's really hard to do. There are so many things going on in our minds, in our world around us. There's sounds, there's all this stuff. And honestly, it can feel really overwhelming to try and narrow it down, which is kind of ironic. I find something like singing where I am looking at a piece of music, I can go, okay, these are the notes on the page. This is the sound I'm making. This is it. There's sound around me. We're all making a sound together, and I don't need to think about anything else. And I mean, not everybody's a singer, not everybody's in choir. I totally get that. But think about other activities that you can feel like you're participating without thinking and without thinking about other things. So another one for me is when I go kayaking, ocean kayaking, and I find there's no phones, there's no audio. Like I always have podcasts on because my mind goes a little bit crazy otherwise. But there's none of that going on when you're ocean kayaking. You're just in the water. I put my hands in the water and I just breathe and I think about how the cold water feels on my hands and how it's moving. And that is a really, really awesome thing to do. So for some of us, it's going to be going for a run. For some of us, it's going to be swimming. For some of us, it's going to be singing. For some of us, it's going to be laying there and just practicing mindfulness. Don't beat yourself up if you can't just sit there and practice mindfulness on demand. It takes a lot of practice and it is not easy. There's a reason that it's so good for us, and it's because we live in a world where there's so much going on, where we're so used to having like 17 things hitting us in the face. Lights, TVs, targeted ads on Facebook, music from other people, cars, our own thoughts, like so many things going on. Notifications are probably the death of us in that way. So just participating in something where you can have those distractions turned off and you can really pay attention to what you're, the exact moment that you're in without thinking about anything else is fantastic. So that is the emotion regulation skill of participate.